Hey, I really like this new wave of gals out. They fun.
Gals, what kind?
The rap girls, they fun.
Oh, 100%.
They make
Glorilla.
They make. I like that. They be kind of like rough. Like
I like that stuff. I love rough. I love
her name.
Call me Freaky T.
Who?
Glorilla.
You like that?
Her name is Gloria Hallelujah.
Gloria Hallelujah.
And I love that.
Oh, I
That's her name.
I knew it was Gloria. I didn't know it was Hallelujah.
It's Gloria Hallelujah. And I say praise God.
You know her granny name too.
Yes, you did.
They didn't think she was gonna be a
I only
rapper.
got one question. Her name is Gloria.
Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Do we all just hear the white version of that song? Oh my goodness. Y'all know what else is a good movie?
What's up?
Undercover Brother.
Undercover Brother.
I love the Undercover Brother. And me and Sean just watched Bringing Down the House again.
Oh man, that didn't age well.
No, bro, they would hate it here.
She said they would hate it here. Hey, speaking of Queen Latifah,
I love Queen Latifah.
have y'all watched that movie with her and Ludacris on Netflix?
No. I heard it was trash.
Was it bad? No, it's new.
But it's funny though.
It's new.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Funny or funny?
It's funny to me because I like to watch bad movies.
Oh, okay.
I have a hard time.
If you're a bad movie watcher, it's fun. It was hilarious.
Damn, why is she doing that? She knows she act good.
Me and Daddy was like, they turned that nigga into an Avenger. Cause
oh Lord,
the stuff she was able to pull off, I'm like, if this was real life, all of them would have been dead.
I like she's had some really good movies. I like her Taxi movie.
Taxi was pretty good.
I like Taxi and Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon, I like him.
Well, guys, welcome back.
Not the paper.
Thank you.
Like the newspaper. The news people be like, and we're on.
And we're on.
Thank you guys again for tuning in.
No TJ Holmes.
Not TJ Holmes.
We're not featuring you, sir. You're not getting airtime with us. Anyway, thank you guys again for tuning in to another episode of Sister Friends. We appreciate you guys sharing, following, subscribing, all that good stuff. It has been another couple of weeks have passed. We haven't seen each other, so I'm so glad that we're able to gather before the holidays kick off. How has the last couple of weeks been, guys?
it was stressful.
Hey, you ain't lying.
Yeah. I mean, we did just have a full moon recently, so I don't know if all that was building up.
I forgot about that.
In the world or anything, but
full moons be nuts.
Yeah.
I can't complain. Well, I can't complain, but I can't,
I'm always complain, period. Y'all want to know what a patient told me today? I mean, last night.
What's up?
Yes, the last night.
They blended together.
They blend. I work nights.
Like,
So, he told me, because I went to go get out of told the list because I was pissed. And I went in that man room because, y'all want to know what triggered me real bad?
What's up? Go ahead.
What triggered me so bad is white men.
That's enough right there.
No, I could put a period, but I won't.
Full stop. White men.
White men that feel like white men that feel like they can say just anything they freaking want and not have any consequences for their actions. Like, and they say it so confidently because they know ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. And it grinds my freaking gears. So anyway, I went in this man's room because he a hard stick, whatever. So I went in there with the vein powder, trying to get him IV, whatever. So then he told me, like, he started laughing. He was like, if you don't get it on the first try, I'm gonna slit your throat. And started laughing. And then I was like, sir, that's a threat or whatever. And he was like, then he was like, well, you could tell the FBI, and then proceeded to laugh again. And so then I was already kind of almost done. And so then I was like looking at his hands because he too fluffy. He's swollen here. He fat here. So you can't really see that well. So then I was like looking at his hands because I feel like I do better with the vein finder on the hands anyway. So I'm and then he's like, no, not the hands. I grabbed that vein finder. I just rolled out the room. I was like, I feel like patients, like I've developed like a tolerance to certain things, but only 2 patients in their right mind have said something out of whack to me. Usually it'd be confused patients that, you know, say stuff. You can't really take that shit personally. You just gotta keep it pushing, you know, even when they racist. But like I think that bothered me. Like out of my whole, you know, patients that I've had, you know, through the years, that had bothered me the most.
I found a marshmallow that was chocolate.
Was he an old man?
Old white man, older white man. He was maybe like 50s though, like not that old.
I'm thinking.
No, not like 80.
I
He's
immediately
like,
picture like a 40-something, 50-something.
yeah, that's around the age.
No man.
I will salute your thought, and it's just like, and then, you know, he had a white nurse or whatever, and you know, I didn't have him as a patient. Like I was charging the floor or whatever, and it's already hectic because I'm having to like manage everything on the floor, and like this is literally the 3rd IV I'm having to get anyway. So, you know, I'm coming in here to help you, you know, in your situation, so you can get what you need. And so to be told like it was just too much for me.
Yeah.
It was too much for me, and I literally, and I was telling the white nurse, which I feel like they don't really understand.
Yeah. They're like, oh, he's just, you know.
They make excuses for people like that because they're so used to dealing. They're so desensitized to people like that, and the things that people
that's their
have.
family members.
Yeah, and because even when I worked at that medical center, you know, racist stuff or whatever, they can just kind of like, you know, because they are so used to hearing all of that.
It's not them.
Yeah, definitely.
It don't have nothing to do with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's easy for them to just be like, well, it's fine.
And then he was so rude to the Hispanic girl that, you know, was doing his breathing treatments and stuff. So I was like, maybe he just likes white people. And that's fine. Like, whatever. You ain't the first racist, won't be the last. But it's just, you got to control yourself. And
It's not old too. I was gonna get a man, not even a pass, but just be like, man, he on the
right, you know you're wrong, and
they
so
past,
then,
present, and future.
But I tell the nurse, and she's like, you know, she talks to him or whatever, which I don't need you to talk to him for me. I'm
right.
like, I'm just not going back in there.
Right.
Like, there's no reason, we don't have to talk. So he's like, he basically. Then she comes back. She said he feels so bad or whatever. And then so once she told him that I was the charge nurse, he goes, "Oh, she was the charge nurse? Like that makes a difference,
right? Oh,
right?
She's running something.
So oh, she has a title. So she's of importance. Now it's I'm sorry. I want to apologize to her. You knew you were wrong when I was in that room, and you knew I was upset before I left because I make it known when I'm upset in my way. So." You know, you didn't feel the need to apologize to me then because you had no idea really, you know, I just tell you my name and then I'm finna get you an IV. And so you probably just thought I was, you know, whatever. But it was just, that really irks my, you know, situation. And I was like, the only apology I need is to be left alone.
Right.
That's the biggest way you can show me is I don't have to go to your room the rest of the night.
Right. Because sometimes I don't need all the consult. I don't need that.
I don't need that.
You just move on to something else.
I've realized who you are. I don't want to be in there. I will help you if you start to die. But until that time, unless you are in crisis, I will not be in your room.
And that's
your nurse and your tech and whoever else can be in your room and tend to you.
I commend you, Jay.
God bless you.
Yeah.
That shit rough.
I can't even imagine having a care for somebody's life that act like that. Maybe I will unplug all this shit.
And it's gotten so.
Care about no
Life support, too.
OSHA, but none of that. I'll pour water all on this cord. Fry your ass up.
Oh, Lord.
You know, I think about that, but I really do think.
Think about it.
No, I don't think about that. No, I think about the fact that if I was a patient, somebody that was in charge of
keeping me alive, of making sure I'm well,
of making sure that I get better and because there have been terrible nurses that for no reason at all putting heparin in people's bags and putting air in people's lungs for no reason at all,
just to do it, just to watch,
like to kill people. But I'm like, y'all don't see that on the TV. I would just be nice to the people. That's all.
I sure would be nice.
Just like the waitresses and the waiters. I don't want them spitting in my food or putting nothing in my food. I'm gonna be nice to them. Somebody that's putting something inside of my veins, I am nice to you.
Girl, I will fill this hole with Kool-Aid.
Because you need to be sweet anyway.
Telling you this is your medicine.
Oh my God.
Girl, it will be grape and cherry all through your head.
Cherry.
So today the topic is of disappointment. Have you had it? Do you feel it? Let's get into it, folks. Yeah.
And hopefully we get to end the podcast with little holiday chill.
Holiday chitties.
It's disappointment.
Right. Okay. Oh, Lord, this hurts. Okay. Are you disappointed in yourself in any area? If so, are you working on it?
Oh, you wrote that?
Yep.
That's why I said good penmanship. It was deep.
In any area, disappointed.
And if so, are you working on it?
Oh.
Within self. Yes. My self-control is out of control.
Like you impulsive?
Yes, I'm very impulsive. Very
In
impulsive.
what way?
Spending. The frivolity.
I'm with you.
I want you to see the money. Like
I got it. Yeah. Back when I tell you I went up in Target, I was like, yeah. But I mean,
You gotta stay out of there.
my bills was paid, so I didn't feel
You gotta
too
go to the
bad.
Dollar Tree. Go to the Dollar Tree. That's what I did.
I don't feel as good about it. She said, I feel
Same,
like a
right.
bougie bitch.
Right, I gotta feel luxurious.
Tarjay.
Right, you know. But no, really, I feel like I don't have a whole lot of discipline on certain stuff. Like, I don't make myself hold back. Like,
the way you said make myself. You said make myself.
damn, I sound like Dracula.
Yeah, make myself. Counted the 1 and 2. That's right.
You got something else? You got more?
Not you got more.
No, speak. Tell the damn jokes. Yeah, I just feel like my self-control is just not where it needs to be as far as like, because I don't want to say I just spend too much, because it ain't like, dang, I'm borrowing money so I can keep a roof over my head because I just bought these.
You taking that loan so you can go to Target.
Because I just bought these Air Maxes that I didn't need, but like,
She's like, damn, my bills.
right,
It's me
right.
again.
My bills are always paid, but when they paid and I get that next check come where I ain't got no bills, I'll be like, money.
Them bills is rough.
Okay. But once they get together, I'm finna go to the store, cause, or I'm finna order me something. But like, what's the word for it? But I don't feel like, cause it's not like hindering me in any way. But I feel like I know for a fact that I'm trying to like save my money and save for like a certain goal that I'm trying to hit. But every time I get that itch to spend, I'm gonna spend, and it's just like you gotta.
You a retail therapy person?
I am bad. And that's the thing, because, like, people be like, oh, like, you be getting a whole lot of clothes. No, I just be buying random stuff that I want.
I'll take one of those.
She's like, did you see that new popcorn popper?
No, really, I really will. I'll be, like, in the store, I'll be like, what did I get? Girl, I just randomly got a new lamp out of nowhere. I didn't have the same lamp on my table for like 7 years, bro. Why you just decided to get a new lamp today, bro?
Just woke up, dropped one of the new lamps.
Literally, I was in the store. I was like, this cute.
She said, this a nice lamp.
Really. And it is cute, though. It's real pretty. It's like a little textured glass globe lamp. It's real pretty.
I just hope it make you happy, bro.
It do. Yeah, and I've got some candles and stuff. What else I get? Yeah.
Not your grocery list. She said candles.
No, I had got like stuff. Because I had already got my essentials. But I went up in Target. Oh, I got the Big Joe. I had got my Big Joe, that beanbag chair.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Big Joe.
But I did good, though, because I waited for it to go on sale.
Good for you.
Because it was like $37 waiting for it to go to $25.
My problem is I always find a sale, and I just be finding sale after sale after sale, and then all my money goes.
But yeah, I gotta get better at just, sometimes you can just tell yourself no. You don't have to have it. The stuff ain't going nowhere. No, it's just real potent. I like it.
Okay.
But that's good for like wealth, bringing in wealth to your home.
What, cinnamon?
Yeah.
Shit, let me go get some cinnamon.
Abundance. You know what I mean?
Having it at the front door. For real, having it at the front door.
Wow, cinnamon on the pillow.
Have it.
Abundance of dreams.
No, for real.
This shit got me itching.
Sometimes it's like the first of the break.
What I like oatmeal.
So I can bring in some Monty.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Shout out to the spiritual talk. Y'all taught me a lot.
Spiritual talk. Hello.
Like towards the first of the month, have some cinnamon at the front door.
Blow it in.
For real. Yeah. Blow it in the front door. Leave it there for a couple days.
I'm finna do that.
Cinnamon challenge.
I'm no. Hey,
Me getting
man.
ground cinnamon.
That's gonna be like a one of them settlements. Have you or a loved one participated in the cinnamon challenge?
I got mines.
Go ahead.
I would say mine kind of similar to theirs. I feel like not necessarily with spending, even though I do be, like spending, but I feel like mine's like more so with discipline in like the health arena. Because a bitch love food. I love food, love being in the bed. Don't really like moving that much, especially when I'm off. Because I feel like when I'm working, I'm walking, I'm doing all this stuff, like dealing with people all freaking 12 hours, So when I'm off, the last thing I want to do is move. I don't want to move. I don't want to talk. I just want to eat and be happy with myself.
Barely moved at all on Sunday.
Yeah, and I know that's not good. I know we should really be moving every day, and I really know that in my mind. And like I'll have these like little kicks, but like the last time I had a little kick, I was on there for a strong. I worked out for 3 months, like straight or whatever, and I felt good. Like I felt energized and all that stuff. But
it be like that.
Yeah,
you hit them little fitness moments where you be like and you be like
yeah, you be like that. but the thing is, I don't know why it won't stay with me. Like I don't know where the disconnect is, because I'm like I'm happier, I got more energy. There's no reason for me to stop, but like
there's no reason for me to keep going.
Yeah, but the question is, am I working on it? Not right now. Maybe in a little bit, maybe next week. but I also was picking up more shifts at work at the time, and so it's really hard for me to like
put your energy into something else.
Right, when I just really want to recharge my energy. But
that's definitely understandable.
But now that I'm on 3 shifts, I really have no reason. I'm gonna start doing it.
This thing have to pick up the paper. This people
Not her being sneaky about it. But yeah, that's it.
I understand. So when I wrote the question, it came from like a place that I've been kind of like searching.
Okay.
Because I know that I lack discipline in a lot of areas of life, and I feel like I would have gotten a lot farther in life had I learned discipline relatively early. So I just completed like NaNoWriMo, which is like where you write 50,000 words in a month. And so I had this one project I was working on. For some reason, like I would do good for days, because you're supposed to write like 1,600 words a day, which is cool. And like I would get ready, I'd start real strong, and then I would stop. And then something else would come up and I'd stop. And for days I wouldn't write, and then I'd try to come back. But I mean, I was grateful that I learned to complete the project. But I lack discipline so much that if I could just learn to discipline myself, I could get a lot farther in life. And that's what sucks the most. And so I think I'm disappointed in myself because I could do so much more if I had that D. You know what I'm saying? Like if I had the D. Yeah, I was on the walk talking to God, and I was like, Lord, was this from you, or did I just, is my mind like that? And I heard the only D you really need is discipline. And I was like, oh. Well, I'm not gonna say I heard that at church, but I was in prayer, like I was in that like space, and I was like, yeah, the only D I need is discipline. I said, dang, yeah. So that was it. That's the reason I wrote that.
I like that.
Yeah,
Sean.
I'd be like, no, wait a minute, guys.
Right. Not the bald head.
Right.
She said, Heavenly Father.
I'm disappointed in myself. And it's been a lifelong struggle, and it's being passive.
Oh, wow.
And, I'm not the one to speak up on certain things, or just small stuff, big stuff. I'm not the one to rock the boat, stir the pot, and I really. Probably throughout this year have learned that a lot of my losses or a lot of the L's I took was because I didn't speak up, or I just avoided it. So am I working on it? Yes, because I am aware, but the issue is how can I master it? I'll take opportunities here and there if I see fit.
Yeah.
And it has helped.
Okay.
Small, but I want to see a big change, and I feel like there may be something big that I may have to address in the near future, or I don't know what it is, but I feel like it'll be a big hill that I'll have to get over in order for me to be like, oh, this is gonna be the practice that I'm putting into is going to be life altering. That's what I want to see happen. When I all the little steps that I take, I guess, to practice being more assertive, to speak up for myself. I hope that I can get to that big moment that can really shift my life around.
Do you have something like specific in mind when you say the big moment, or is it you feel like it'll just happen, like you'll just know when it happens?
I don't have anything in mind.
Yeah.
Nothing in mind.
But just something that you ain't gonna want to speak up, but you know you got to.
I have to.
Where you like, I ain't got no choice because this can't happen.
I wonder if it'll come in the form of like Bryden, like, you know what I mean?
It has come into play several times for Bryden over this year, and I've spoke up here and there, but overall, I'll look back, and that's where disappointment comes into play. Where I'm just like,
I should have said something.
yeah.
But I feel like it's not going to be like a big picture moment. I feel like you're going to have all these, I don't want to call them baby steps, because I feel like you're going to just keep stepping forward until you get to a point where you look back and be like, dang, I used to do that way back when. And then before you know it, you're going to see the big picture. I don't think it's going to be put up all at once. I think you're just going to be putting up the pieces. And then before you know it, you be like, this was the picture I was looking for.
And I made it a long way. I think, too, the main reason why I still sit in disappointment and it feels like I'm not moving is because I've had this problem for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's,
Do you feel like since you were young?
yeah, since childhood.
You have a practice.
I feel like you've gotten a lot better, though.
I have practice, but it's not in a healthy way.
Oh,
I
okay.
would say
Okay.
Do you let it build and then come out?
if practicing means like on my own terms or like with no one, not
Okay.
disclosing it
I
to
got you.
anybody
Yeah, yeah.
else, I have.
Yeah.
But it wasn't in a manner. It wasn't mature.
Okay.
I was
Gotcha.
cussing. I was
Oh, okay,
fussing.
okay.
Yeah,
It just wouldn't play out.
But I
right
feel
if
like
wanted to do
that's like a learning curve, because it's something you're not used to. It's something you haven't done before. So when you're practicing, honestly, like when it's like your first time really doing that, you're going to come out of it with a lot of passion, because you may be coming out of it with like a little bit of fear, because you're like, now you're making me come out of my shell and do something I don't want to do. So now it's irritating me.
It
Now you're
plays
pissing me
into
off.
it, like I second guess myself. And so
Sure.
whenever I want to confront a situation,
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like I'm out of pocket.
So, why do you feel like you are passive though? Like, it's something like, because I feel like I've been like passive like in the past because of like my own insecurities or like self-doubt or whatever. So do you feel like it stems from like an insecurity, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to, because my thing was I didn't want to speak up because I don't like being looked at like I'm wrong. So do you feel like there's a cause?
I'm not afraid of being wrong. It's it's, how do I put it? I guess the initial response is pretty passionate.
Okay.
And I feel like whatever, if I am speaking up, it's legit. I'm not BSing you, and I don't want to be prideful or anything. But if I'm saying something to
I'm not wasting your time.
I'm not wasting my time, and I believe I'm 100% right on what I say.
Yeah.
And so I think that hesitation is because maybe it is because I don't want to be wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe it is.
But a lot of times, that's why I feel like when you do come out and say something, people take that, because it's like Tori don't never really just like complain about nothing or bring stuff forward. So I feel like if you were to come and, you know, voice a concern to anybody, it'd be like, let me really listen to this, because Tori don't never really push, you know, like an issue over and over and over again. So it's just like, why would I not listen to it? Because I'm like, she not the person to rock the boat. So if she really opening her mouth to say this, I'm like, it's got to be important.
It's frustrating me because I want to share my initial response.
And a lot of times I feel like
instead of having to meditate,
you weigh your options a lot. And so when you finally do say something, you like, I've thought about this enough, and I'm just tired of thinking about this.
And it come off real passionate.
Yeah. I want to share my passion, whatever the issue is. I want to address it right then and there. But then, I'm a person who wants to sit back and make sure.
Yeah, you do your pros and cons.
I analyze every word that I say before I let it go. But I know I'm not going to be disrespectful. That's the thing. So if I am going to come to you with that,
a little spicy,
I'm not playing about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes people need to get touched out a little bit.
Maybe even slapped around a little while.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
Listen, a lot of you know, rough folks done made history. A lot of history wasn't made. Stuff wasn't built by people being nice.
That's what I'm saying. With the process, I feel like it will be life altering because what I would have to say, it would be totally valid.
It would be nice.
And they wouldn't have no choice but to eat it, because it's like, well,
yes,
I'm holding the mirror up for everybody, for me, for you, for everybody.
And it's matters of myself, and especially for Broden. I have to speak up for him.
Right. Absolutely.
So that's where I'm at right now. I'm working on it, but it feels like the progress.
I feel like you've gotten better, bro.
Progress ain't progress.
Do you feel like since you've had Broaden, it's almost like, you know, sometimes I be feeling like God be making you get out your comfort zone sometimes.
Put the battery in your
So
back.
it's almost like, you know, I ain't no way I'm finna let nothing happen to him. So I feel like I'm going to speak up. You know what I mean? I guess maybe like since he was born, like, do you feel like the opportunities have presented themselves more so that you can?
For sure.
Yeah.
I like that for you. Even though it's uncomfortable, I like that for you.
That's
that
gross.
you're given the opportunity to get that out.
I just like that you recognize it and like, you know, and the fact that you look for opportunities to do it.
Yeah, the fact that you actually, you know, you're like, okay, this is something I need to work on, but where do I start? And you're actually, you know, looking for those places.
Another thing too is when I think about that, I'm like, I don't want to hit the gas on it and then start telling everybody about it.
But maybe
Just got too much
in this bitch.
Let me tell you about yourself.
Yeah, come here and line them up.
I'd be like, hey, Tori, come, let me holler at you.
Just going on a call spree. Just telling people about themselves. Kicking her feet up.
Mommy, Tori really upset right now, and I don't know what to
She's
do.
in her villain era.
Right. What disappointment has built your character the most?
Ooh, another banger.
That's solid. Pew, pew, pew. Disappointment has built my character.
I wouldn't no. What's a disappointment?
Failing my first semester in nursing school. Woo.
Oh,
Period.
yeah. That could do it.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Yep.
I fail a lot, so I'm trying to think.
Right. I'm like, damn, I've been
fail a
disappointed a
lot.
few times. Damn. I'm trying to sift through the disappointment.
She said, which one do I want to use for this one?
Right. I'm like, I could pick a couple.
I think not being able to give my son like what I thought would be a complete family was probably one of my greatest disappointments, because I was willing to sacrifice myself and my happiness and my everything to give him that. And I was so disappointed for so long by not having it, but I realized that I needed me more than anything, you know. And when I got me back finally, I realized that we're much happier and we're much better. But I think not having something that I literally have prayer journals of years praying that things would get better, things would go right, things would somehow work itself out. And when I say God put like a hard no on that, every time he closed that door, like nothing would ever work. I mean, I was a mess. And I think knowing that, hey, I prayed so hard and I knew, I was like, oh no, it's going to come to pass. Yeah. It just wasn't for me. Like that was not for me. And I think I was so disappointed for not giving Sam a family, but we're much better.
That is so true. I'm glad you shared that with me. I'm glad you shared that.
Definitely built me. It made me a better person because it is not easy to be a single mom at all. And I don't wish that on anybody because it is 24/7. There are no breaks. There is nothing that I don't. My parents do not raise my child. He is with me, all the time. And yeah. But it has built me a lot, becoming a single mom and doing all that I do. It has made me a much better person.
You built real good.
Mm-hmm. Real nice, too. Real tough. I'm proud of you for sure. Yeah. 100%.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And you do seem happier.
Girl, I am.
Because you was in them trenches.
Ooh, I was in the darkness.
Yeah, we lost you for a minute.
Jesus.
But God will put you through some things.
I'm scared of the dark. I couldn't go in there.
Oh my gosh. I was in the galaxy. It was the black hole.
The endless dark.
Jesus.
Oh, but God.
Hallelujah.
But I know one thing. They don't lack no love.
At all.
Amen. Amen.
Oh, yeah. You were quite right about that. Damn.
That's good.
I won't say I was disappointed in this, but when my parents split, I was just like, what's the word for it? I guess that's when the veil was lifted, the curtain was lifted. Sure. I was good and grown or whatever, but when you grow up and that's all you know and da-da-da-da-da, and then it
still
breaks.
affects you.
And Mama explained this to me really well because she was like, even though there's no like bad blood or whatever, like me and your daddy still friends, we still tight like glue or whatever. She was like, it's mourning it's mourning a loss because it's no longer like this certain union, like sure. Even though we all still like the four of us, whatever, but like it's not like
y'all still happy family.
If you seen us outside somewhere, you wouldn't know, but like
definitely wouldn't know.
Yeah,
but I envy that so much, y'all. Y'all do not know. I was looking at them at Thanksgiving. They all sat around the table, all four of them sitting at the table, just talking.
But I just loved being around that energy because, like, even though I was tired, like, I really loved watching y'all's like interaction. But like I feel like I was around it a lot, like like when middle school, and I just feel so like good being around y'all because y'all can talk about like just everything, with each other and just laugh and like. But I also really loved about y'all's parents is, like when y'all brought the food and stuff like that, they encouraged that and like they were. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. It just comes out.
I know why.
I don't know. Like they saw y'all doing stuff and they were just like you did a good job.
The reason she cried is because we didn't hear that very much, and so we grow up seeking validation from other people and seeking that, and when we see that with y'all, it's like, oh wow, they're encouraging. I kid you not. We are afraid to do stuff like around our parents because we're afraid to get it wrong. It wasn't a safe space to like make mistakes, and when we see y'all and y'all interact, we're just like, that's so beautiful. Like I wanted to film y'all.
It was just
I wanted to film y'all.
And I know it's not perfect all the time, and I get that, but it was just like the way they handled y'all with so much like love.
It was genuine, and it was something that I think we aspire to be like. And it was touching.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of what I was gonna go off of because even though they separated or whatever, I never felt like we're separated.
Yeah.
And it made me feel like, okay, I felt, like hurt or whatever, like, those months or whatever, moving out and all that stuff. But it made me feel stronger because I'm like, okay, even though this union isn't what I always saw it to be, it's still there. Yeah. So I didn't lose my support system. I didn't lose my parents. I didn't lose, I didn't lose anything by this piece of paper, whatever, like. And it made me feel like, okay, they weren't my parents just because if they were married. They were my parents because they loved us. Yeah. So I felt a lot stronger. If anything, I feel like they got better once they separated. Like, I saw them more as people, and I was able to, like, really pull more from them when they were apart because, like, you could see them more individually. And I thought that was really interesting to see them just, like, be their own thing outside of them just being mama and daddy. So I learned a lot just watching them in the process, as annoying and as painful as it was, but like it was low key like cool to watch because I'm like, damn, they're really just people, bro.
Right.
Like, they was people before us. Like,
it's weird when you grow up and you realize your parents are people.
They just people, bro. They just so happen to be your parents,
right? And that they gonna mess up and stuff. That's weird.
Right.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I talked to both of them after or whatever, and then mama and daddy both were just like, we just appreciate you just giving us the space to just not be okay, because we've both had our moments, like me and daddy and me and mama both have our moments like separately. And they were just like, and I was like, I just want y'all to know I see y'all as people. Like, y'all don't always have to be mama and daddy in front of us. Like, it's okay to just, if you want to put that down for a second, it's okay. Because y'all going through a lot right now. And being mama and daddy is probably really hard.
Yeah.
When y'all need to be Kathy and Victor, just separate.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a good one.
That's a good one. And I want to shout them out. I mean, I think that's the reason why.
I know Mama probably crying right now. I'm sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom. That's the reason why, luckily, we have been so comfortable with being ourselves, because they embraced us in that way and taught us to embrace other people that way.
For sure.
They get a good job.
Absolutely.
Because they're very different. And not to be like the astrology girl again, but for y'all to both be Libras, y'all are so different, bro. For y'all to both be October Libras, y'all are so different.
Apart.
Yeah, they're extremely different. Like, mama's the hermit and daddy's the starfish. He just and mama's like, back up. Actually,
I don't know, but they play off each other so good.
yeah, they yin and yang for real.
Man,
I love seeing them interact. And then
she grabbed when she grabbed that candlestick, I said, she better turn up. Man, it was so.
But then when he keeps singing, she be like, okay, that's
all right.
We did one song, we ain't got to do the whole album.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
But I was grateful to be around that energy.
Yeah,
that was amazing for me. That was amazing.
They all right.
Yeah, they all right.
I fuck with them.
Yeah.
You got your daddy mouth.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Hi, Dad. I'm like, if he watches, he really gonna cry. He's like, why I picked this episode?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell him to watch it too.
He be like, you set me up, nigga.
Set me up.
I know y'all niggas gonna be on here crying.
Disappointment that built my character. Unfortunately, well, I will say this. It revealed the strength that I didn't know I had.
Oh, amen.
Yeah.
And just the love.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't believe if it were anybody else, I would do anything different. I believe if it was anybody different, the same situation, I would have responded the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go through disappointment with someone that you know, in your mind was set to be with forever, or you know, just had dreams and goals of eternity.
True.
When it sits in and settles, and it's plain and true, you know, you can't. There wasn't any type of disguise in it. It fell out, plain and simple. And I believe with that disappointment, it just really made me feel like, oh wow. If anything, God is real.
Yeah.
That's really all it came down to. Just build my character within Christ and the Word.
Good.
So, I mean, I can't fault anybody because we're all imperfect.
Sure.
But when the relationship is public, when you have devoted yourself amongst all of your family and close friends, and when the disappointment is public, it just makes you step back and take on the strength that God put there.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So, if anything, I'm grateful that I was able to grow in Christ because of it.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have chased God the way I have
complacent.
since then.
Yeah.
So
That'll do it.
That's beautiful.
you know, and it sucks too when you have to go through something devastating like that to seek God. And you knew God was real the whole time. Been baptized, going to church, attended,
Right.
in events and stuff like that.
It's not a fun way to remember.
Yeah.
To remember God's love.
It's not a fun way to remember, or not a fun way to build character, but you know, working out ain't fun either. So
Right. That shit hurt too. But you like the results after.
Yeah. So same way you gotta go to the gym. You gotta stay strong in the word because you never know.
Yeah. And I think around that time that situation was happening, and then mom and daddy was at the same time.
Everything kind of happened all at the same time.
That was a rough.
That was a rough
couple years.
You ain't lying.
We was riding that wave for a minute, and also during that time, I think that's what also helped my strength as well, because you were going through it, mom and daddy was going through it, so I'm like, I gotta just like
hold on.
Yeah, I was like, come on.
Something.
Like, I was like, okay, these niggas falling.
Yeah.
All right, well, shit. All right.
It's like the whole world just.
And I think that's what made me step up more to Tori, because a lot of times Tori would say like, I feel like you the big sister. I'm like, I felt like I had to, because I'm like, they just getting smacked in the face with life. So I just felt like I had to be mama and daddy to mama and daddy. Then I was mama and daddy to Tori. I'm like, everybody just come on.
We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it out in the woods.
Right. I'm like,
for sure.
Literally, I was in the front with my machete. I'm like, let's just keep walking, y'all. Hold my hand. Just keep holding my hand. Yeah. And I was like, that's really where I realized, like, nigga, you strong. Because, like, the people that you normally lean on is linked over. Yeah. So I'm like, I was weak in the knees. Stand up.
That's real family shit.
Yeah. It was real. It got very real some days.
Damn. That's beautiful.
That was fun.
Damn. I'm scared what else is in that bucket now.
Listen, I got all your good penmanship. If I open another card with good penmanship, I'm putting it back. Good, this is my regular handwriting. Ooh, Jesus Christ.
She put it back. She said, "Oh,
I'm literally gonna do it like this. I'm putting it on the floor."
She said, "Anyway, next question." I do not blame you.
Anybody want a piece of paper?
Right. I'm like, Nate, draw me a picture.
Oh my God.
I'm like, can you read this? Great, draw me some.
Delete's gonna be like, I remember the question.
Put it back. Put it back
I think
in your
I had
mouth.
another question in there.
Save it for something else.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, that TikTok. Get somebody else to do it. Okay.
Oh wow.
Do you or did you adjust your expectations to avoid disappointment?
Ooh.
Hold on.
Do you or did you adjust your expectations to avoid disappointment?
Yeah. Yeah, all the time.
Like, do you lie to yourself so it won't hurt so bad?
No, or I move the goalpost.
I feel you.
Yeah.
I'll be like, this is supposed to happen, but it probably won't. So I'm gonna readjust this.
I know I
one.
said I was gonna get 50, but I'm gonna say 23 just so when I don't hit that 50.
I always do that. I readjust the budget. I'm like, this is supposed to happen, but it ain't looking like it's gonna happen.
Right.
Let me
Let me get a quick pick.
let me see what I'm gonna have to do if the shit don't work out.
Right.
I feel like I do that a lot
Yeah.
because I cannot stand when things don't go the way they supposed to.
Yes, because I be writing a script in my head. I be writing a movie in my
Yeah,
head.
and get
if y'all
hurt.
don't
Be
read y'all
hurt.
mother freaking lines the way I wrote them, we're gonna have a problem. Cut. I said you were supposed to enter stage left.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I know God be dealing with me too, cause He know how I am. He know how I am.
People like, girl, now you know ain't nobody finna do all
He
that.
said, "Bitch, why is you budgeting 5 years in advance?" He said, "Please put that pen down." I would spend, y'all, no lie, when I was in the apartment in Nacogdoches, that would be one of my favorite things to do. I have a TV on. I would budget for hours, just thinking about what life could be. If this happened, and none of that shit happened the way it was supposed to happen. So I don't budget years in advance. I just have one budget for what's going on right now.
Right.
But
The right way.
but I used to. I love to, cause I love
That's
to
so
dream.
interesting.
I love to dream until
Did you
I
have
get
like
to where
a
I wanna
financial dream?
I got a picture of where I want to be, and I'm gonna get there.
Right.
But them little
It's just the way you right.
Because let me tell you something. I want y'all to know something. I feel like Sean is one of the biggest blessings that ever happened to me.
That's beautiful.
Absolutely wouldn't trade him for anything in the world. But that is one of the most unluckiest people I have ever met in my life.
Lord.
The things that we have gone through, I don't get it. Like, I don't get why things don't just connect sometimes. But I have looked back and been like, I see why God didn't put you there. Like, we have literally done that so many times, and I understand, but I'm like, why we gotta go through all this all the time with Sean? Like, Sean, I'm telling you, Sean has literally gotten job offers and a start date and signed the papers and showed up for them to tell them that they don't need him. That has happened to him a couple of times.
Oh my God.
We have gone, when we met, he didn't have like certain things. So I remember working with him to get his ID. Like, we had went to the Tyler Center like 3 times for them to find something else that we didn't have. We had to get some kind of way. It's like, there's just been so many like things, but I feel like God be putting me in them spaces to be like, work through it. Like everything can't be perfect. Everything can't be whatever, and it grinds my gears. But I feel like being with Sean over the years, it's just kind of like, all right, let's do it. We just gotta do it again. Like, stuff just happens. And I don't get it. I don't understand. But it's gonna be all right.
Period. It is.
It's gonna be just.
Y'all gonna make it all right. Y'all gonna make it enough.
I'm gonna make
Y'all
it
say,
enough.
whoa, wait a minute, this ain't enough.
You make it enough. I don't get it.
Yeah, I do that, but it's low key in like I won't say dangerous, but it's in a delusional way. I have an issue of falling for potential other than what I'm actually seeing.
Ooh.
I will fall for what I see in you other than what you're actually showing me.
Ooh.
And I will rose-colored glasses my way through the bullshit. Like, I'll be swimming in the sewer, be like, girl, I'm in the Pacific Ocean. Look at me. Girl, you smell like shit. So, yeah.
Wow.
I will literally, like you said, move the goalpost, be like, oh, the ball going over here. Okay, well, I'm going to move it up.
He would be great if he just did a little this, little that, and then perfect.
And before you know, you got a whole list of why he would be great. That means he's not great.
It's not already there.
It would be great if he would just do what I say, sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up. To be honest, if you would just shut the fuck up. Cause y'all be talking y'all way out of everything, and I'm
Hello.
that's another. Yeah, Mama, don't watch that episode. Yeah, you gonna be mad.
I say, yeah, what y'all say?
Yeah, I'm delusional. I don't have expectations most of the time. I don't usually go.
I think that's
I go
good.
with the flow because I've been disappointed so much in life. Like, I kid you, I fail a lot. And so I think if I cannot bank on myself, I will put nothing on nobody. Like, I do not trust anybody to do a good job. I do not. Like,
If you're all incompetent, please move.
No, like I don't put faith in other people. Like
I'm with that.
I'll put faith in myself because I believe I can
your
do
abilities.
certain. I believe in my abilities.
Yeah.
I'm also hyper independent because
Right.
I've been so disappointed. So I feel like I don't live in a world in which I have expectations, especially of people. And when things do go wrong in life, I say, well, this is going to lead me down this path. So it had to happen this way, you know. And so, like, I'm an optimist who doesn't have faith in people. But
I believe in you. I'm just not gonna let you try.
Exactly.
She said, "I'm gonna put it on my back."
Yes, every time.
I don't trust you.
I don't. And
That's
so
fair. That's fair.
I
That's
live
very
beyond
Beyonce
this.
of you.
It's very Beyonce. Yeah.
She said, I can't trust them. They don't know what they doing. She said, and I hate all that ugly blue light. I'm a black girl. You can't put blue lights on black girls. I can't trust them. They don't know what they doing.
Bro, I love Beyonce.
She funny, bro.
I love you, Houston.
I would say no. Did I adjust expectations? No, I'll just be waiting. I'll be waiting.
Waiting for you to come up to where I'm talking about.
I'm like,
Bless
you.
Thank you.
I think that's all it is. To avoid disappointment, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give you enough. I'm gonna give you some. I'm gonna give me some.
Hello, we got a special guest today.
Beat.
How do you handle disappointment from parents? Depending on the age, younger, I'll kind of just be like, man, they suck. And then brush it off. Now, it's been a minute since I felt that from them. So it's just like I was saying earlier, kind of just, they people. They just doing the best they can with what they got. So I'm just like, you know what? I'll be giving grace.
Yeah, I feel like I give more grace now too.
Yeah, I give grace to the people I care about, and I care about them. So a lot of times I just be like, they're just ordinary people.
We don't know. It's white girl.
I think as a kid, I internalized everything.
I think you did too.
And so that causes me to not like open up or be trusting of other people. But now, if I'm disappointed, I just call my sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
And if it's bad enough, I'll talk to them. But when I was little, if I didn't like something, I would say it. 100%. And I still
I feel like you still do that.
I still do to an extent, but I think now more so I feel like I've grown up and realized that not everybody is in a space to grow or to receive what you're trying to say. And so there's really no reason in wasting time.
You're giving your Raven Simone. You got to meet people where they're at.
Meet people where they're at. And if I don't feel like anything
like
will
your
change,
message.
if I don't feel like anything will change, I just tell my sister.
What about you, Bean? He said, y'all piss me off every day.
Well, what about people that you're close to in general? Like people in your close circle. Like if they disappoint you, how do you react to them?
I'm a shutdown person.
Same.
I'll be just like, all right. I'll just go mute. Like, you probably just won't hear nothing from me for a while, so I can collect my. Because if I just speak off initial reaction, it's gonna get spicy. So I'm just like, all right. Because I give grace to the people that I care about, but there's like tiers to it, and it's only a few people at that corner top of the pyramid.
That's how I feel too. I feel like a lot of people cannot disappoint me or hurt my feelings because, like you, like I don't put
that much weight to you.
I don't put a lot of weight to nobody. Like if except like my inner circle or whatever. Like if Delisa was doing something shifty, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like where this come from? This don't even seem right. You know?
But something in the milk ain't.
Oh my bad.
Yeah, right.
Big brother, please
never the little one.
Sorry.
Say it's hard.
He said, y'all crazy.
I'm pretty sure Daddy be.
Okay.
I know you do. But yeah, it depends on like, you know, where you are. I hate to say it, but like in the rankings of my life.
No, seriously.
If like, don't get me wrong, I cherish my friends, but it's just like I don't have like a deep like gut wrenching feeling for them. Like
I feel that.
Yeah, like it's like the people that I would literally lay down and die for. Them the people that would really hurt me.
Absolutely. Like
it's only like a handful of people in this world that I would lay down my life for.
Yeah, and I feel like now that I'm older too, like it's just like people, like if people talk about me or like, you know, like it's just like you really don't know me. Like I feel like so many people really don't know me.
Yeah.
Like in real life, like y'all really don't know me. I
tell
like,
people that all the time.
Y'all have no idea like the different, you know,
levels of me.
Exactly.
There's so many components that make me. Like when I be at work and people be saying stuff, I'm like, y'all really don't.
Y'all have no idea.
I'm like, y'all know work me. I'm like, if y'all knew me outside of these four walls, y'all be like, who is she? I'm like, I still don't know, girl.
But I do feel like I'm very like transparent with people, you know, about like who I am, like my feelings and stuff. I'm very open.
Like my core values, but like as far as like my personality and like the ups and downs, the waves of like how I am, you're not gonna see that.
Yeah.
Majority of people I meet are never gonna see that.
And I really be keeping people at a distance too, because I be peeping people.
It's the first day I meet them. I be like, oh.
And like even people in our extended family,
really
I'd be like,
Yeah, that's good enough. You can be cousin over there and be cousin over here.
Right, because you know I just sometimes way people move and shifting and stuff. No. I don't like it.
I'm gonna shift to the other side.
But I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be real nice. And I'm gonna tell my sister, you see what she tried to do?
I saw it, girl.
Yeah. Because there was a couple instances where I'm like, I know you heard that. You be like, yep, that's why I just kept doing what I was doing. I was like, great.
And them old aunties and uncles too. You gotta be like that.
All of them.
Because they be bringing in that negative
what they
energy.
Uncle Curtis used to say that on House Pain. I love you from over here.
From over here.
I like that over
here. I love you over there.
I love you when you gone.
Yeah, I love you when you gone.
Have y'all had like a lot of people just blatantly not like you and like you know about it? You have?
Really?
Okay, see, in my lifetime, I haven't like known people to not like me. But it would get to me like they would send text messages. I recently helped this lady, and then there's text messages of her like talking bad about me. Bitch. And I had to see her today, and like the best I had, and she was all like, "Hi, just came by." And I was like, "Hey, But it's like I never know people who don't like me because people have always just
kept it cute.
Yeah.
And so I understand that it exists, that people don't like you like for whatever reason. Some not in your control, you know, but for whatever reason. But I have never experienced somebody being like, Angelisa, I don't like you.
But that's the thing. It wasn't like a blatant like I don't like you.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't know if it's like intuition or whatever, but it's just like I see how you move around other people, and then when I come in the room, I see how you move.
Yeah.
And then if I'll do like I'll do like a little experiment. So I'll just, set some up, or I'll just like say something that will basically give me like a meter of where it is. So I'll just like say something, be like, oh, da, da, da. And they're just like, okay. And I'm just like, I knew that's how you felt, because I know you don't mess with me, but I know you're not going to say that, but you don't have to, because I see you.
Yeah.
So have you ever had any nuggets behind that, with you not knowing, looking back now that you know, have you saw or noticed any moments where you're like, oh, okay, that's what that was?
No. Well, you kind of felt it, and then you were like reassured by it or something?
Yeah, or even didn't even notice it at the time, and then once you realized,
oh, you were like, oh, I see. Okay.
It didn't hit you later?
No.
Oh.
Like when I say I really live in my own world, I think it's safest for me, because I feel not necessarily threatened by people, but I feel like it takes a toll on me mentally, because I have people pleasing tendencies, and so I want people to like me. I want people to. That's why if I'm by myself, I like myself, and that's good. I'm safe. I'm happy. And so I don't know. People frighten me, but I mean, I've been learning that there is beauty in relationship. There's beauty in community, and it's something that is so necessary and something of value in life. But I'm afraid to be in the wrong community, and I'll be all up in the community trying to be peace and love, and then people be like, and I hate her secretly, but I'm gonna keep smiling, I'm terrified of that.
I can't stand that.
I feel like I've been seeing it.
How could I can't be the person?
How could you not like me? I'm me. I'm just playing.
It's more so of like, cool if you don't like me, but
Right.
Can you show that you don't like me? You ain't gotta cuss me out, but like,
That's the thing. I be reading people body language.
Yeah, just distance.
No. But people be obsessed with you low key, and so I feel like they don't be wanting to tell you because they want to know your next move. Like they want to know like what you
Yes,
do.
there's people the people that low key be hating me, the people that be watching you the hardest.
No, seriously. That's why I be getting
I've
so
experienced that
uncomfortable.
firsthand. Where I'm like, I know you don't like me. Why are you always over here? And I'm like, cause you wanna beat me.
Oh Lord.
That's why you studying. You studying for a test you ain't never gonna pass.
how do you handle disappointment from the parents?
Or just people you love in general.
Stinky boy.
Initially, I thought just with grace, and honestly, I think I'm the person that I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I want to talk about it. I want to let you know how I felt, or see where you were in that position. I want to see, okay, were you in some type of bad headspace? What's going on with you?
And y'all be doing that.
My girl want to seek that understanding.
What's
She
that?
want to seek understanding.
Like understand where people are coming from. Like maybe they're in a bad spot, or maybe I trigger something in them. I'd be like, that's not my problem.
I get it's not my problem, but and I think that's what registers with me. It's not my problem, so let me help them with their problem.
I get that. You're
That's
definitely
nice.
a problem solver.
I like that though, Reese.
Cause I feel like I be doing so much work on myself, like internally. I can't do it for you.
I don't understand
Not
why
saying
people.
that that's what you're trying to do, but it's just like I don't even have the mental like ability to sit here and try to like pick you apart. I'm gonna just move on. And if you come to the conclusion and figure out why, and you can correct that or like rectify it, that's beautiful. But I'm gonna just try to steer around you. I'm gonna just try to move around you and keep the peace. It's only a problem when you try to like seek out to hate on me. I'll be like, okay, we was leaving each other alone. You didn't have to come over here with that. Now I'm finna to get ugly.
Yeah, if you go out of your way to be ugly.
Yeah, I never understood that people that just go out of their way to just be stank. I'm like, dang, bro, you could have just wrote that in your diary. Dear diary, I hate her stinking guts.
Can I tell y'all something I want to write in my diary?
Ooh.
I want to share it. I want to share these experiences I had this week. Because, I've been kind of working on myself and just kind of really loving on myself. And I've been starting to wonder, like, why I'm single. But now I know why, y'all. Okay. This week showed me why.
Get into
I want to
it.
tell you. I want to show you. Okay, so I was at Aldi. I was shopping. There was a vanilla lady with her children, and while we were sitting,
Caramel.
I was sitting. I was looking at these muffins. I was thinking about buying. Here comes in a chocolate booger wolf. Okay, he is talking to himself, and so I was like, "Oh man, this might be a psych episode. I probably need to get off this aisle." The vanilla lady leaves. I said, "Oh dang." So
What's a booger wolf?
It's just like a big ugly man.
It's what it sounds like.
It's kind of old too. And so I was like, okay. He looked at me and he was like, "Are you married?" I was like, "No."
To the Lord.
"You got a boyfriend?" I said, "No." And he said, "And you looking like that? And you look so nice, and you ain't got no man." I said, "No, no." And he's like, "Really?" Like he was really shook up about it in the middle of the store. And I was like, "Why are you
Trying to fathom.
He just couldn't get it. Well,
Man.
really?
I would
And
cut
was
off
like,
my left
"Yes."
hand.
And then, so I went, I grabbed them muffins I was looking at, put them in my, and he was like, "Are you looking?" I said, "No, sir. No, sir. Thank you. You have a good one, okay?" He was like, "You are just so beautiful." I said, "Thank you." And I know he told me, he was like, I think when I grabbed the muffins, he asked me how old I was. And I was like, I told him, "Oh, I'm old." He's like, "I'm 46. You are older than me?" I was like, "Oh, no,
baby."
And so then I was like, so I closed it off. I was like, dang, this is why I'm single. This is why I'm single.
I know you older than me. Sure. Bye.
I'm 70. Move.
So then, okay, just yesterday, I had a patient who was crawling on the floor. And I said, "Hey, get on up. What are you doing down there?"
She turned into a slave.
So she said that all the time. "What are you doing down there?" And so I'm trying to get the nurse. I'm coming back down the hallway. A family member stops. And he grabbed his chest. And I'm thinking like something's going on. I was like,
Oh, chest pain.
I'm so serious. And I was like, "Are you okay?" He said, "I feel something good.
Oh.
You got a good spirit. I could feel it." And I was like,
That's pick up line.
I said, "What?" He was like, there's something just so good about you. And I was like, "All right, thank you." And then I just went back down on the floor and I said, "Come on, come on, Mr.
He said, "You struck me with your presence."
Yes, it did.
Spirit. Almost took me to Jesus.
He just stopped, and I was really thinking something was going on.
Cardiac arrest.
I was like, "Everything okay?" Well, I felt it, and it was so good. You just got a good spirit. I need to write those down in my diary because
I think that's hilarious.
those are my experience, and they all like my daddy's age.
Hey, bro, them middle-aged black men just be shooting their shot. They do not
It
care.
be making me feel ill.
I be like, nigga, ugh. No. Hey, that just reminded me, earlier this week, I was helping this older man. He's probably like 70 or so. He came in there and I was trying to help him, set up an account, blah, blah, blah. And he said,
He's 70, ain't got no account.
Oh, right.
well, he had a bank somewhere else, but he was finna leave them.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. So, he was like, yeah, I think he asked me, was I married or whatever. I was like, no. And then he's like, well, I need a wife. He was like, well, my wife passed away. So he's like, I need a wife. He was like, you need a. I was like, your wife passed away last year. Whoa. I hope she raises from the grave in your sleep and smack the dog shit out of you.
Now I need a wife.
First of all,
Let me just pull
you
one
need
out
a
my
dentist.
pocket.
You need an orthodontist. Because your shit looking like you was chewing on grenades for the past couple weeks.
They were like, "Baby, alone."
And then you bit down on some coffee grounds. It was busted and also crusted.
Not busted and crusted.
The gall of some men, I can't believe it. I said, God, this who you put down here to provide and protect and all that shit.
This who you chose.
This woman been gone for 365 days, and you up here talking about you need a wife. No, you looking for a maid. I hope that woman living in peace in heaven, away from you, because you probably couldn't have been good to live with. Acting like that, talking about you need a wife like she just interchangeable. That was a whole
like
person.
you can shop for it to start.
Right. Yeah, so that's another episode. Shit, I ain't did this in a minute. That's been another episode of the Sister Friends podcast. Right. Thank y'all so much for spinning the block with us. Shout out to the neighbors. Shout out to all the subscribers. That's what we calling y'all, the neighbors. I don't know if y'all remember that. You know, I don't want to put anything out on the table, but soon and very soon, I really want to start doing TV, movie reviews, whether they be new, old, rewatch. I'm going to tell y'all this idea because I already told them. I don't know if I did this on the last time. Well, I told them it's going to be called Neighborhood Watch. Because y'all the neighbors? Okay. It's been a minute, so I make sure I tell y'all that. But yeah, keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing. We really, really appreciate all the love and support. I love seeing my peoples out somewhere and they're like, hey, I saw the show. Shout out to Visha. I seen her in Walmart the other day. She said, yeah, I saw the podcast. Hey, Visha. Yeah, we just really appreciate it, y'all. Y'all really don't know. Like, I know it's small and it's in the beginning, but it really means a lot. It really does.